Hi Stampers, it's Elizabeth from stampscrapandmore.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Canada. Thank you for joining me today for another video tutorial. We are going to be making a Christmas card. I'm calling this a classic Christmas card. A lot of detail to it. Doesn't look like it because it's very clean and classic, but we've got some heat embossing and we've got some die cutting on it. And it's classic. I love it. With a little bit of bling. You always need a little bit of bling on a Christmas card. So let's get started. And as always, my goal is to inspire you. I'm going to share with you the components we're going to be using. So from the annual catalog, we're going to be using the, I'm going to say, seldom used stamp set, which is the Brightest Glow. I love the sentiments that it includes. We've got seasons, greetings, happy holidays, may the peace of the seasons light your world, and may your new year be the brightest. To you and yours at Christmas, Merry Christmas, love this font. Wishing you a season of hope and light. We've got joy, 'tis the season. Hoping your Christmas shines bright with the love of family and friends. Happy New Year, let your heart be light, and all is merry and bright. We're going to be using seasons, greetings, and to you and yours at Christmas. This stamp set also coordinated with dies. Let me get the dies. I marked them here. I'm going to bring it up to you so you can see them. So it's the Lables Aglow dies. We're going to be using 3 of the small ones. We're going to be using this large die, the round die, and this banner die. And I'll show you those here. So these are the dies. We're going to be using 3 of these, this large one, this banner die, and this circle die. I know if you're a card maker, you're looking and going, oh, that's a lot of holes to poke out. Yes, that is a lot of holes to poke out. So if they don't all come out clean. And that's why it's a simple card, but it's intricate. And this was a swap card I had made. I think I made 15 of them. I think it was 15 of them. So these are the dies. And we're also going to be using the festive pearls. I'm going to show them to you here. It's easier. You could use the gold, but I wanted green. So I used my Granny Apple Green blends there. So I'm going to show you what we used in the mini catalog. So we're going to be using the Melon Mambo and Granny Apple Green foil paper. So we need the Granny Apple Green foil paper. And we're also going to be using the Forever Forest dies. Technically, we're just going to be using the one large die. So those are the components for the cards. And these are the dies that we're going to be using. So we're using this large one from the Forever Forest. I love these. They could be used for winter, Christmas, thinking of you, sympathy, male birthday. These are great all-around dies. Okay, and I love me some pool party, folks. So this is the card we're going to be making. And I just loved how it turned out. You can see the sparkle from the foil paper, or the shine from the foil paper. We've got the season's greetings, and then on the inside, to you and yours this Christmas. If you wanted to, when you cut this out, okay, so if you wanted to, when you cut this out, you could actually layer this onto this, like that. And you would cut out the middle, and you wouldn't have to do a second die cut for the pool party. It would be underneath. But I wanted, let me show you what I'm going to show you what I mean. I wasn't planning on doing this. Let me get out my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I wanted it to have that sort of extra layer there. So if you didn't do that, it would be sort of embedded. So here I have my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I'm not going to be particular. I'm just going to put it down here. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will be particular because I can use this card again. And this on top. And that way, when you cut it out, what you have See all the pokies that need to be poked out. What you have is this, and then you would layer it on top of the pool party like that. So you would get the same effect, and then the tree would go on top. I didn't want to do that. I wanted, because it was a swap card and you usually try to do your best for this, for a swap. I wanted, or the more detail, I wanted to layer this on top. So I did the extra step. So if you didn't want to do that, you don't have to. So let me put all this away before I lose it. So I have a piece of pool party because I love me my pool party, especially for Christmas. Okay, I've got all my components already die cut out. And it is your standard card size in North America, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and it is going to be tent fold. I have already die cut out the piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to give you a tip on this one. When you die cut this out using your Stampin' Cut and emboss, make sure your plates are somewhat clean and don't have any divots in it or shards of paper, because if you don't, you end up with little pock marks like I have right here. So when I made the cards for the swap, they were all clean plates, so that I didn't have to worry about the divots, but this one has a divot in it. All right, so what I did, I die cut this out, and you can die cut it out all at once. I put that on, and then I put 3 of the small stars on. 1, 2, and 3. I put 3 of the small stars on, and I ran that through my Stampin' Cut and emboss machine. And I have that. So I am going to lay that down flat on the card front. And you can use your Tombow glue if you want. Make sure to try and get it in the corners. I'm running out. There we go. So that the corners don't lift. And I'm going to layer that down, keeping it flush north, south, east, and west. So now I've got this down. I am going to take the piece that I die cut out in Pool Party, and that is going to go flush. And I'm just going to be using my Stampin' Seal Plus. Like I said, this card looks simple, 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 but if you are a card maker, you know the detail that goes into it to make it pop. I have also already die cut out the Season's Greetings. And here's the piece of basic white. And let me get the shards out. There we go. I had these little shards everywhere. I'm going to bring out my embossing buddy. And I'm just going to take static off and oils off there like that. I have my 2 stamps mounted, and I have my silver embossing powder, and I have my Versamark. Making some room here. Ooh, I've got it. My Versamark is well used. To you and yours at Christmas. And making sure my head's not in the way. Now you should try and put the embossing powder on as soon as you can, so the Versamark doesn't dry. You don't have to heat emboss it right away, so I'm going to do both. Oh, I already did on that side. Okay. So to you and yours at Christmas. Going to get double duty. And then I'm going to take this one. I already have some of these already embossed. I guess I was going to make more cards. And I'm trying to get that straight. And I don't think I am. But it will work. And I'm just flicking off the excess powder. There we go. I got a little bit there. Okay. And I'm going to cover that up. Because you know what's going to happen if I don't cover that up. It's going to end up everywhere. And I have my tweezers. If you use your tweezers a lot, I like to make sure that it doesn't have any residue on it because it can leave a mark on your cards. I'm just going to take off any residue from the last project. There we go. And bring out your heat gun. I haven't used my heat gun for a while, so once it warms up, it melts a lot quicker. Okay, let's put this on the inside, even though it says to you and yours on the other side as well. Like this. Alrighty, to you and yours at Christmas. When you heat emboss, it does tend to curl the paper a little bit, warp the paper. You can put it under a book to let it dry, but I'm just or to flatten it out again. I'm just going to adhere it down like that to you and yours at Christmas. And now I've already die cut out the tree. Isn't that a beauty? And I'm going to take, let's see, scissors. Oh, I have it. Look at this. I already have dimensionals on it. So I've put dimensionals, a little dimensional there, and then I put a little strip there. I want to put a little piece of dimensional at the very top, because if you don't, it might squish a bit. So I'm just going to trim a piece off, a really thin piece. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. It's a really, really, really thin piece. All right. And da-da-da. And it's amazing. It had been really warm here the last week, and it is like fall hit today. It's cool out. I may have to turn off the air conditioner, turn on the heat. It's crazy how quickly it changed. Alrighty, now I'm going to put it off center just a bit, making sure that it doesn't go beyond the top of the card or at the bottom of the card, and then just lay it down like that. Love this card. I loved this. You can see it's classic, it's clean, and now I'm going to I want to straddle this over like that. I don't want to put dimensionals in the middle here because then it's gonna be bumpy here. So I'm going to put dimensionals on. Let's see. I think these are dimensionals left over from a paper pumpkin kit. You know me, I like to use up my dimensionals. Did I do that? I got to take this one off a little bit. There we go. That's better. Yeah, that's better. So you can see how quickly, well, I die cut everything out. The fiddly part is ensuring that all the shards are taken out of there. And I'm just going to straddle that like that. And the last thing is I'm going to take the Festive Pearls and I'm going to color 3 of them with the dark, Granny Apple Green. There we go. And, you know, if you have an old set of blends, use them for this kind of thing because they can, especially if you use the brush end, it can ruin the brush. And I'm just going to put these 3 in the stars here, or the snowflakes. And 1, 2, and 3. I'll bring this up to you. So That's what I call, I think, a clean, classic Christmas card. And to you and yours at Christmas. There you go. I hope you liked that project. I loved it. Like I said, it was a swap card. I participate in a couple of swap cards every catalog, and this was my swap card for one of them. Have a great day, and we will talk to you again soon, and I hope you are inspired.